Be me. 20. Broke college kid, living off instant noodles and bad decisions, need cheap rent. Friend says his place has an extra room. Says it's fine. Says his mom comes by sometimes. I don't ask questions. I need a bed. Move in on a Sunday. Boxes everywhere. Roommate's already on his PC, headset on. Yelling at strangers? Seems harmless. Few hours later. Door opens. Hear heels. Not what I expected. Turn around. And immediately regret being alive. That's his mom, Betty. 37. Easy. Confident in a way that doesn't ask permission. Not dressed up, doesn't need to be. Looks at me like she already knows something. You must be the new roommate, she says. Voice calm, eyes not. I nod. Forget my name for a second. She smiles. Slow? Dangerous. I'm Betty, she says. Extends her hand. I shake it. Too aware of everything. Roommate finally notices. Pulls off his headset. Oh, hey mom, he says. Like this is a normal situation. She looks at him, then back at me. You didn't tell me he'd be this young, she says. I don't know who that was for. She walks around the apartment, commenting on nothing, fixing things that aren't broken. I follow, mostly because I don't know where else to stand. She stops in the kitchen, leans on the counter. So, she says, how long are you staying? I shrug. As long as your son doesn't kick me out. She laughs, quiet, controlled. We'll see, she says. Something about the way she says we doesn't include him. Roommate goes back to his game, oblivious. Betty grabs her purse, heads for the door, stops, turns back to me. Nice to meet you, she says, holding my eyes a second too long. Then she leaves. Door closes. Roommate shouts something about dinner. I just stand there, realize two things at once. This living situation is a terrible idea, and it's already too late. Next few days. Betty starts showing up a lot. Not announced, not scheduled, just there. She brings food, real food, not microwave trash. Puts it on the table like she owns the place. Roommate doesn't question it. He never does. Mom cooks better, he says, mouthful. She smiles at him, then looks at me. You eat? She asks, already knowing the answer. I nod. Sit down. She sits across from me, not next to her son. Asks me questions, normal ones, school, work, plans. But she listens too closely, like she's cataloging me. One night, she notices my laundry. You fold like a guy, she says. Not insulting, observational. I shrug. I try. She laughs, leans against the doorway. Roommate's in his room, door closed, headphones on. You can use the washer at my place if you want, she says. Casual, too casual. I blink. Thanks, she nods, like she expected that answer. Another evening, I'm alone in the kitchen. She walks in, changes the vibe instantly, stands close, not touching, doesn't need to. You settling in? She asks. Yeah, I say. It's cheap. She smiles. Slow. Nothing good is ever just cheap, she says. I don't know how to respond. She reaches past me, grabs a glass. Her arm brushes mine. Accidental. Not really. Sorry, she says. Doesn't sound sorry. Roommate yells something from his room. Betty steps back. Just enough. Later, as she's leaving, she pauses by the door. You're welcome here, she says, looking only at me, then adds louder. For him. Both of you. Door closes. Roommate goes back to his game. I stand there, thinking. She's not flirting. Not exactly. But she's definitely not ignoring me. And that feels worse. One afternoon. Roommate's not home. Class ran long or something. I'm in the kitchen. Cheap coffee. Thinking about nothing. Door opens. Betty. No food this time. No excuse. Just her. He's not here? She asks. Already knows. No, I say. She nods. Steps inside anyway. The apartment feels different without him. Quieter. Smaller. She sets her bag down. Leans against the counter. You like it here? she asks. I shrug. It works. She smiles, tilts her head. You don't sound convinced. I take a sip. Stall. It's temporary, I say. That does something. She steps closer, not rushed, not hiding it. Most things are, she says. We stand there, too close for strangers, too far for anything else. She looks around the apartment. He never notices anything, she says, half amused, half tired. I nod. Yeah. She looks back at me, eyes sharper now. You do, she says. Not a question. I don't deny it. She reaches out, fixes the collar of my shirt. Slow, deliberate. You don't have to pretend with me, she says. Quiet. My heart kicks, hard. I'm not, I reply. That makes her smile. She pulls her hand back, like she's testing how much she can take. Good, she says. Silence stretches, then she breaks it. You should come by sometime, she says. Casual, dangerous. My place is quieter. I blink. She raises a finger. Just saying, she adds, already turning away, grabs her bag, heads for the door, stops, looks back at me. You're trouble, she says, like it's a compliment. Then she leaves. Door closes. I stand there, heart racing, realize something important. This stopped being accidental, and she knows exactly what she's doing. Few nights later, roommate says he's crashing at a friend's place. Doesn't think twice. Never does. I'm in the living room. TV on, not watching. Door opens. Betty again? Different this time. No rush. No casual smile. She sets a bottle of wine on the counter. 2 glasses. Long day, she says. I nod. Yeah, she pours, hands steady. We sit, not across, closer. Conversation drifts. Nothing important, nothing safe. She asks about school, about what I want to do, not what I should do. Listens. Actually listens, at some point. She looks at me. Really looks. You know this is a bad idea, she says. I don't pretend. Yeah, I reply. She smiles. Slow, decisive. Good, she says. I'd be disappointed if you didn't. She sets her glass down, moves closer. No hesitation now. Her knee touches mine, doesn't move away. You've been thinking about it, she says. Not a question. I swallow. Yeah. So have I, she says. That's it. No build-up, no warning. She leans in. I meet her halfway. The kiss isn't rushed, isn't sloppy, controlled, confident, like she's been choosing this. When we pull back, she studies my face. Still okay? She asks. I nod, probably too fast. She smiles, satisfied. Good, she says again. Somewhere. A phone buzzes. Neither of us checks, because we both know. This crossed the line, and neither of us wants to uncross it. After that night, everything feels louder, not what we do, what we don't. Betty doesn't stop coming by. She just changes timing. Earlier, later, never random. We don't touch when he's around. Don't need to. Looks do enough. Roommate starts noticing, not smart about it, just vibes. You hear a lot lately, he says one morning, half asleep, cereal in hand. Betty smiles at him. Easy, maternal. I like knowing you're eating, she says, then looks at me. Just a beat too long. He doesn't catch it, but I do. Later that week, he comes home early. Too early. I hear keys. Freeze. Betty's in the kitchen, leaning close, talking low. We step apart fast. Too fast. He walks in, stops, looks at us, then at the clock. Didn't know you were coming by today, he says. Betty doesn't miss a step. Plans changed, she says. Calm, smooth. He shrugs, but his eyes linger. On me, then her, after that. He starts asking questions. Small ones, stupid ones. You going out? You home tonight? One night. He jokes. Feels like you two are dating or something. Laughs. Looks at me. I don't laugh. Betty does. Covers it perfectly. Don't be weird, she says. But later, when we're alone. She locks the door. He's getting close. I say. She steps in, doesn't flinch. I know, she replies. No fear, no regret. So what happens when he figures it out? I ask. She looks at me, smiles. Then we stop pretending, she says. That should scare me. It doesn't. Next evening, he texts, out with friends, late night. Betty reads it, sets her phone down, looks at me. We have some time, she says. Something about the way she says some makes my stomach drop. Because deep down, I know this isn't staying secret much longer. It happens on a Thursday. Roommate said he'd be out late. Said not to wait up. Betty's jacket is on the chair. Mine shouldn't be. We're in the living room. Close. Not hiding it anymore. She's saying something. I'm not really listening. Keys in the door. Too early. We both freeze. Door opens. He steps inside. Stops immediately. Doesn't say anything. Just looks. Me, then her, then back at me. Betty doesn't move. Doesn't step away. Doesn't explain. What the fuck? He says, quiet, confused, hurt. Silence stretches. Betty breaks it. You weren't supposed to be back yet? She says. Not apologetic, just factual. He laughs. Short, disbelieving. Are you serious? I open my mouth. She raises a hand, stops me. This is on me, she says. He looks at her. Really looks, like he's seeing her for the first time. With him? He asks. She nods. No drama, no excuses, just truth. He steps back, runs a hand through his hair. That's messed up, he says. I know, she replies. Pause. But it's happening. Another pause. He looks at me again. How long? I don't lie. Long enough, I say. He exhales, hard. So what now? Betty doesn't hesitate. He's not staying here, she says, looking at me, then back at him. He's coming with me. That lands, heavy. He stares at her. You're choosing him, he says. She nods. Calm. Yes. No tears. No yelling. Just a line drawn. He grabs his keys. I need air, he mutters. Door closes behind him. The apartment feels empty instantly. Betty turns to me. Go pack, she says. I don't ask questions. 20 minutes later, my life fits in 2 bags. She's waiting by the door, hand on the knob. You good? She asks. I nod. She smiles, satisfied. Her place is quieter, bigger, intentional. She tosses me a towel, points to the guest room. You can use that, she says, then pauses. For now. Later. We sit on the couch. No TV, no phones. She leans into me, like this is settled. You regret it? She asks. I think, then shake my head. No. She smiles. Slow, hot. Good, she says. Leans in, kisses me. No hesitation this time, when she pulls back. I don't do half measures, she says. I smile. I noticed. That night, I fall asleep somewhere. I wasn't supposed to end up with someone I definitely wasn't supposed to want, and somehow, it feels exactly where I should be.